Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss my personal favourite Clone Wars arc. Now, before I get into this, I want to explain that I found it very difficult to decide my favourite arc. It ended up as a close tie between this, the final arc, and Maul's takeover of Mandalore, but I edged Umbara out. However, I may do those other two arcs at some point in the future. Anyway, let's get on with the video. The first thing I have to talk about is the design of Umbara. The Eternal Eclipse aesthetic is very appealing and creates many awesome set pieces. It is one of the most unique planets in Star Wars, joint probably with Felucia. The black clashing with the red creates an epic visual that definitely improves the arc. Also, the Umbarans and their tech are very unique. The contrast of the Umbarans in glowing white makes them stand out, and their extremely different and advanced weapons and machinery make them very memorable. One of the most common comparisons to Umbara is the real Vietnam War, which I believe holds true. The clones know nothing about the weaponry and strategies of the enemy, which is eerily similar to Vietnam, and the clones essentially losing also bears true. The most obvious comparison to the war is the literal bombing run that takes place in the opening of Umbara. So, overall, the design and aesthetic of the planet is impressive, and the Umbaran soldiers are very threatening and unpredictable. The second element I need to talk about is the clones. In the prequels, the clones are a simple CGI army. The most you see of any is learning one's name. They had no characters and were made to die in the background of scenes. They were insignificant and basically just made for Order 66. However, in the Clone Wars, the clones were all given a personality and individual markings to make them all distinguishable. This arc is the shining light for the clones. It gives all of the main ones their own motives and opinions on what is happening. For example, in this arc, Captain Rex disagrees with General Krell, but as the captain, he has to follow his commander and he can't rebel. It is obvious that he wants to though, because he allows Fives, Hardcase and Jesse to take the Umbaran ships and disobey orders. Fives completely disagrees with Krell and constantly fights back and rebels. He is very variable to every other clone as he is strong-willed and confident and doesn't want Krell to carry on his tyranny. Finally, on the other end of the spectrum is Dogma, who blindly follows Krell as he believes that good soldiers follow every order they are given, which is naive and foolish, which he learns by the end. Impressively, almost every clone has an arc or learns a lesson. Dogma learns that not every Jedi and General is right, and Kix even learns that he can't save everybody. Krell. General Krell is one of the most hateable and malicious Star Wars characters to ever be conceived, and I love him. At the beginning, Krell seems like a very harsh and aggressive general, who is stubborn but effective. He has lots of casualties but wins his battles every time. He seems like a morally grey character, which creates a great debate between the clones over if he's wrong or right. As the arc continues though, he becomes more and more violent, and it ends with him tricking the clones into friendly fire, which is a very dramatic scene, as Rex heroically runs into the middle of a battlefield to stop the friendly fire, putting his life on the line for his brothers. After this, they realise that Krell is genuinely evil, and it is revealed he is sending clones on suicide missions so they are all wiped out and he could become Dooku's new apprentice. Once the clones fight back, he goes on a murderous rampage, tearing dozens of clones apart with his double-bladed lightsabers. In the end, he is shot through the chest, on screen, by Dogma, the clone who trusted him the entire arc. And yet, this show is still counted as 6+. Excuse me? On that note, the last point I want to talk about is how mature this arc is. These episodes include friendly fire, Krell slicing clones to pieces, Krell being shot through the chest, a court-martial, and one of the main characters sacrificing himself to save the day. I don't understand how all that is counted as 6+. This show doesn't deserve to just be known as an animated kids show. Hardcase's death is one of my favourite moments in all of Star Wars, hands down. It's very climactic and intense, and gives a very emotional and satisfying death to a likeable and fun clone with merely 20 minutes of screen time. It is unexpected and makes you feel sad, but also proud. All of this is a credit to how good the writers are. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment what your favourite Clone Wars arc is.